he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UMass offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove the entire world. He's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UMass comes to the line facing second and short. They go to the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks the tackle. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's the pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. UMass has a long, long way to go here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball.
No, you got to hold that, Rob. It would be nice. I think this offense will really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wiggles free. And to get rid of it quickly.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get to that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell into play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Leaves it with the back. Got a little space. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man down
Oh,
on the play
boy.
as the officials take a break.
Omar, get the fuck out. Sit down.
Picked up
Yes,
2 yards on
my
that
boys
one.
are
They need
back.
second down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Give to the running back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw right in there. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Offense.
And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. UMass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the handoff. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. There he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Gets away from one. And the Golden Flashes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offensive momentum. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Somebody needs to make a play here kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The give. Finds some fresh air. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Minutemen can be very aggressive here on second and inches. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle.
Needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line. Getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Try to get it to the edge. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
You know, these little 1, 2, 3 yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match. And those gains become 10, 12, 15 yarders as the game goes on and they wear this defense down.
Fighting off the defender. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's in open space downfield.
Yes.
But not before he takes it in.
Phenomenal
It's
goal
over,
pass.
clock it at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, it's Montgomery. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, they hand it off to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Balls it in.
Big time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone in this one.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And again, stopped right in his tracks. No they punt it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Ready to fire from the pistol. Running to the left. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Minutemen needing just a few inches to convert on 3rd down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive in a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play.
Newest NBA 2K ratings just dropped, and Jaylen Brown is officially the highest he's ever been rated. Let's break down some of the biggest jumps in the ratings. Leading off, Jaylen just dropped a career-high 50 points and is averaging 31 a night over his last 10. The Celtics have moved all the way up to the 3 seed. He is now a 95 overall, up to highest rating he has ever had in NBA 2K history. Out in Utah, Keontae George is becoming a problem. He started the season at a 78, but after an insane December and January, he's averaging 25 points. Keontae jumps up 3 to an 86 overall. Is the claw back? It certainly feels like it. Kawhi Leonard is looking like the 2019 Finals Kawhi again, averaging 32 points and leading the Clippers to a 7-3 record in the last 10. He hits a 94 overall, plus 2 his highest mark since NBA 2K24. And finally, Brandon Miller. He's battled the injury bug, but when he's on the floor, he is totally electric. He's been thrown off for 26 points a game over his last 5 outings, showing exactly why he's a franchise cornerstone. He's up plus 3 to an 84.
Looking to throw on
Newest NBA 2K rating.
I tell you, I love the play call on 1st down. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Turns it on in midfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Golden Flashes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Finds his target down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Gives it on the option. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Golden Flashes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kent State.
You always wondered why that didn't exist. Now you can make it. Meet Replit Agent.
What's up, y'all? Know what time it is. QT certified. Today's guest, Rajon Rondo. Let's go!
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of the crowd. On the move from inside his spine. Nice job executing all of the assignments. Lewis offense returns to the field. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David,
First off, man, good to catch up with you, man. Good to see you, bro.
Always, you know it.
I'll see you. Hate that I didn't catch all at the dinner, man. I know you were shaking and moving and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I peed me moving. I was telling them, I was going, so man, you still work out every day? You got a routine and every day that you do every day?
I do. I live 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then yoga Tuesday, Thursday.
Oh,
So Monday, I try to sauna every day, get in the sauna every day, 20 minutes.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
So,
Hey, one thing somebody didn't tell me when I started like working and training, you know, guys and stuff and teaching, is that while you teaching, you know, you moving. Bro, I was training and I heard myself breathing.
yeah.
I had to get on the treadmill for a little bit, just you know what I'm saying? Like, I was crazy. So I was gonna say, I know you work with BL and some of the Bucks, and first off, congratulations on the position with the Bucks, man.
Appreciate that.
What's your title on that? You assistant coach, development?
Coach and associate, which allows me to be on the bench. Last year, when I scored the bench, the Bucks would get warnings, they would get fined, and then possibly forfeit some games because I was on the bench because I was the extra coach. So this year, we put it in the contract where I'm able to kind of be on the bench and have an impact during the game.
Real talk. What do you think that the development needs to come or helps to come from ex-players versus trainers? And I'm not shitting on no trainers, and that ain't what this is. But I want to hear from you because you're in it every day. You know, you first hand on it, you train it, you win it, you in the 226 scope of what's going on in today's league. Like, how important is it for ex-players to go in to develop?
I think it's very vital to this young league we have, especially guys not understanding the game at a high IQ level. You're able to teach so much on the court. Like I was telling my boy Josh Smith, I was like, come back into the coaching era, like you have to be able to get on the court and like move with the player and teach them the things that they might not know or trainer may not know because he hasn't been in the league before. So the game is always evolving, but like I said, being around it, I learned so much and I'm just passing it down to my kids and my AU programs.
So, real time too, being in the trade. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, analytics, all the above, yeah.
all that. How do you still keep it pure and keep it right here? Because it's also a feel. You gotta be able to know that he anxious, so I can get pump fakes on him, stuff like this. Also, dribble pattern, bumpers poking, like from the perspective of when you're teaching, how do you still develop and get it off, but still have to keep it in confiance of analytics, threes over twos, and all this stuff, all this other stuff.
Just continue to study the game. You know what I mean? Like I said, every team, every player is different. Me, I'm a tendency guy. So regardless of analytics, what they say, obviously it gives me great information. But last 2-3 games have been different. Been known if it's obviously guys in foul trouble or not. I mean, things change up and vary each game to game. So I always love the field and being able to adjust on the fly.
You're working with the Rollins kid, right?
I'm working with yes. I take all the credit for that. Young Ham, Donald Ham, he's doing a hell of a job every day to day, watching film, breaking it down. And I kind of like oversee and kind of, break film down with him every once in a while, do him in the court every once in a while. But, that they're up and coming. He's up and coming. He's young. He's trying to find his way within the team footprint, being a point guard. And, what it takes every night to be great.
And he playing with a superstar.
Yeah, mega superstar. Yeah. So that's even.
Who's demand on both ends, you hear me? Like, you gotta, not foreshadowing or anything like that. But I say this is the perfect situation for you to be kind of his Yoda in this situation.
I was telling some of the guys here in the studio when you was young, man, I never really heard you. I would always catch you absorbing. I would always catch you observing and watching, soaking in, taking in game, making your, you know what I'm saying? But I never really heard you until I heard you. Like, do you see similarities in your young opportunity and young Rollins having to play with Giannis and Giannis being so demanding? And do you see parallels right there?
Absolutely, especially coming in, like I said, unexpected, or people doubting you, or not even knowing who you are. Some of the situations. So for me, it's fun to see him grow in this position. Like I said, it's difficult at times, especially when you're not winning as much as you would like to be. Like I said, I got to give kudos to Doc because regardless of up or down, like I said, his model is the same, his mantra's the same, and he's teaching me like, okay, when you're going through adversity as a coach, like I said, you never let him see you sweat. And like I said, he's just professional what he does. Coaches' meetings are always light, but the attention to detail that we get into is second to none. I'm just happy to be a part of the staff. I learn so much from him. Like I said, I try to pass it down, my knowledge, when I play, my experience, and give it back to the young folks.
Look over there, man. So many basketball minds over there. You got Phil Baker over there. I see a bunch of just basketball savants, right? As I also look over there, I see Doc. Man, it's so crazy how we bring the boomerang back around, right?
Right.
It's so funny. And Doc was the one that I think told you that you might coach one day. And I remember you remember that? Do you recall that?
I definitely do, yeah. I didn't think I want to be a part of it, but like I said, full circle, man. Like I said, I told you came to the wedding, got me in the headlock, told me to come out to Milwaukee with him. Like I said, I'm grateful he did that. And like I said, for me, like you said, you got Yeager, you got Darvin Ham, I got OG Buck, Rex. I mean, there's so many, like you said, basketball savants that when they have a scout, I'm excited to learn. You know what I mean? Like I said, what they're breaking down, how they're doing it, the attention to detail. Like I said, I'm taking everything from every one of them, and it's been a blessing for me to do that in the last couple of years.
It's dope, man. It's good to see you around the guys, man. How Doc doing, man?
He doing well, man. Like I said, he's still cold with the mind, man. Like I said, a lot of times I'll break down the film, he'll come to me, and then I'll have a couple things in my paper. I'm like, we're on the same page in a sense. So obviously I learned from so many years, I think 8+ years. And just knowing that, like I said, we're still, on the same page with a lot of things that we're thinking about how we're doing it. But like I said, I'm still learning so much more. I'm not able to say at his level, but I love the way he thinks, how he's breaking down the game for us as coaching staff. And how he empowers all of us. You know what I mean? Like, he gives them all a voice. It's not a dictatorship. He's not the only voice that you're constant. Similar to how, he hasn't changed since we have in Boston. He gave Thibodeau, Lawrence Frank, all the guys' voices. It's no different.
It's crazy. A lot of times as people, just as human beings, we don't give each other growth. I know you've seen him when we were all younger and you had Doc when you were super young at your youngest. And now you see him at this stage. Tell me about his growth. What have you seen that's different about him? Because you remember he was younger. He was edgy.
Yeah, I think his patience. His patience, like I said, his poise. And regardless of what we're going through, you don't know if we're going to fight in the street or fight in the street. Like I said, from the way he carries that from the bus, to around the staff, the lunchroom, it's the same. And like I said, for me, what's been a joy is to see the coaches' meetings. You know what I mean? Like you come in, it's like, what's today? But it's never what you may expect it to be. It's always cool. And like I said, we do a lot of things before the meeting. We talk about life things off the court, not even basketball at all. And then we jump right into it. So like I said, I'm taking a lot of notes. I love how he handles the meetings and what we talk about, how we get through with the game plans.
Not just a coach, but probably one of the all-time mentors to all his ex-players. I know all of us on the Celtics look at him like a father, like a mentor, man. You tell him I said what up, man. Shout out to Doc, man. That's my son. I know the Bucks going through a little rough patch right now. I'm just following it from afar. What do you see? When you see like what's missing from the team? Like you winning, so it's kind of hard if you're showing it that you can't see. But also, man, we see I'm sitting out that team of that sort that they had. That run they had so many different players on that team. Holiday, you know what I'm saying? You had so many pieces on there. And now Giannis has gotten to a point where I feel like the demand from him is there. I don't know if he has the personnel to fill in some of that demand. Do you think it's some of his demand is realistic and what he's are some of the things that you hear.
I haven't heard much. I try to stay.
Yeah, me too. I'm up and trying. I'm talking like it's just me and you, right? Just you see the frustration. I've been there with it, Lord. I've been there when you done had a taste of it.
For sure.
Now, you've been there, but still we playing against. Sometimes opposition is better, and you ain't here. So I'm just watching from afar.
Yeah, see, for me, I think, let me try to answer that. So for me, it's kind of, I think we just haven't bought into that everybody being stars in their work. It's a system. I mean, I think that's the frustration part. Obviously, Big Fella missed a lot of games. And, it's a big thing about now how we're trying to be good without Giannis on the court. It's like, if we can do it as a team versus one person, two people here and there, possession, as I said, every possession is vital. And we make one spots and lows, whereas two or three possessions where we don't take care of the ball, we're not, we never get stopped. And that's where the gap continues to grow. And it's magnified now, obviously, because, trade deadlines, rumors here and there. It's like it's all magnified. Even though it's a small market, it's still Milwaukee Bucks and it's Giannis' team. So, we're going through it. But like I said, that's the NBA grind. It's the NBA lows here and there. Every season, you can't win a championship. But again, I just think we do have some great pieces. We do have some really good pieces. It's just about everybody being consistent. That's what separates the greats.
When we're in the studio, we get to talk and I'll talk and stuff. I always tell the guys, one of the guys I met right away with was you. And I didn't really know you when I got to Boston. And I speak about how we had instant chemistry. Like, I don't remember a bunch of conversations, but I remember the ones that was about, you know what I'm saying? And you and I, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Where's Maddie at?
Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Conti!
To work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Minutemen come to the line on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains inside the 37. UMass getting set to snap it on first and 10. Looking for space. It's Burke.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh, it's a reverse. Knocked down 7. UMass has a long, long way to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
All tied up, just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Complete to start this drive. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. To the air on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And the golden flashes. Now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Flashes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the lone running back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Golden Flashes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He caught it. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. And that one will give him the lead.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is through, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10. And he did a halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
UMass will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here's a hit. They get to him as he throws. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Golden Flashes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give from the gun. Hard running there. He gets it down to the 40-yard line, but he's going to be a little bit short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays at work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The run from the shotgun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for